A push to make nursery rhymes gender neutral. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the News in 5. Before we get started, I just wanted to say thank you once again to all the new subscribers to this channel. The support is greatly appreciated. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing if you like this content, especially because I've got more content coming your way. Now, with all that being said, let's dive right in. Make nursery rhymes gender neutral. A manual urges preschool teachers to do away with binary stereotypes.
This should be good.
Nursery school teachers are being urged to make children's rhymes and songs gender neutral in a bid to prevent discrimination against transgender pupils. Teachers who ask children to sing the nursery rhyme "The Wheels on the Bus" are told to use the word parents instead of mommies in the lyric "The mommies on the bus go shh shh shh." Yes. Children should also be encouraged to sing "Tendai's parents had a farm, E-I-E-I-O," in place of "Old MacDonald had a farm." I don't know how Tendai is necessarily gender neutral, but okay. Aimed at helping children play in a manner free of gender stereotypes, these suggestions are contained in a 51-page manual for teachers and practitioners working in early child development (ECD) centers and grade R classrooms. The guide advises teachers to avoid sex-specific play materials such as dolls, saying that if they name the doll, choose a name that is used for both boys and girls. More traditional props such as princess dresses or fireman outfits may encourage stereotype behaviors and limit learning experiences.
Am I a real boy?
The document calls for a range of colors to be used because boys may refuse to play with anything pink, while girls may claim pink toys as theirs. The guide also advises teachers to be wary of pictures and words in storybooks and posters because they often convey gender stereotypes. Okay, first, let me say this. I honestly don't care what your sexual preference is. I don't care what you want to identify as. If you want to walk around and identify as a horse for an hour a day, that's up to you. And by all means, do it. Be free to do it. I do have a suggestion for the LGBTQIA+ community. Why don't you guys come together and raise funds and build your own schools?
That's a good idea.
Why not? The Afrikaners did it with Soltech. Personally, I don't really care if the LGBTQIA+ community wants to build their own schools and university. Doesn't bother me at all. Really, I mean, they could have their gender neutral bathrooms in there, they can have their drag queen story hour in there, they can have their neutral rhymes in there, they can have Pride Hour lunch in there. I really don't care. Hell, I'll even donate money towards the fund so you guys can build it. I take issue when a small minority amount of people want to dictate and infringe on a larger groups of people way of life. And the most ironic thing about this all is that you guys are becoming the very thing you claim to be fighting against. Oppressors.
Well, you may have a point there.
I mean, there are boys out there that want to be boys, and there are girls out there that want to be girls. Why should they go to a school that conforms to what you guys want? Let them sing "Old MacDonald had a farm." And don't come at me with segregation nonsense, alright? I'm not saying that LGBTQIA+ community should be segregated at all. That's not at all what I'm saying. I'm saying that the LGBTQIA+ community should build their own schools, and the normal people, as you guys put it, who want to go to those schools can, by all means. That's up to everybody. That's free. You guys should be open to everybody in the same way that normal schools should be open to the LGBTQIA+ community. I'm not saying that that should change. I'm saying with these two schools, each school can have their way of doing things. And no matter which student is in these schools, well, that student has to follow those rules, guidelines, what have you. In the same way that if I invite you to my house, you gotta respect my rules and way of living in my house. If you don't, I kick you out. And the same goes for me if I come to your house. If I don't respect your way of living or rules, well then you kick me out. So I'm in no way saying that different groups or communities cannot mingle together. No, that is segregation, and I'm not calling for that. I'm just saying this could be a solution that's a lot less upsetting for some people. The LGBTQIA+ community doesn't want to be offended, but you're okay with offending others who live a different way.
That is a valid point.
The school needs to be a safe space for all, and this manual provides practical ways to accomplish that. It is a wonderful tool for educators and parents to learn how to be more accepting of people who are not the same as us. Listen, I don't think we need that kind of ideology to stop bullying. I was horribly bullied when I was growing up. I think a lot of us were. But the children who are bullies, well, that behavior usually starts at home. But that's a conversation for another day. If you want to stop bullying, it starts at home. My child will be accepting of anyone and everyone, no matter where you come from, who you are, and what you identify as. It's my responsibility to raise my child to be a functioning member of society and one who is not cruel to other human beings. It is not the teacher's responsibility, it's not the politician's responsibility, and it's definitely not Hollywood's responsibility. It's mine. And if I fail at it, well, that's on me.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Also, I just wanted to mention that there's a bit of a grammar error here. They did know when the manual would be piloted in Gauteng, Limpopo, Mpumalanga, and the Western Cape because there was currently no budget to do so. I think they mean they didn't know. Listen, I know these kinds of topics can really rile up some people, and you are allowed to be emotional about this. Everyone is. But if we don't have constructive, open discussions about this, how do we expect to become better as human beings? So with that being said, let me know what you think of this article. Do you think we need gender-neutral nursery rhymes? Or do you agree with me? Or don't you agree with me? Let me know. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is your second reminder to please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and share the video. With that being said, stay safe, be kind to one another, and I'll see you at the next one. Cheers.